Good day. How y'all doing? Thank you for coming out. The purpose for having you here is to help you understand why soccer should be better promoted than football. Specifically, Americans, because I know soccer's not as big here in America, and I'm trying to get everybody to understand, not only understand, but enjoy and be able to promote it as much. Because not only for the sports, but also for the physical benefits. Soccer is a better sport at many levels, even when it comes down to basic leisure, competition, and its support, the backing that it gets from the world. When you look at where team sports is nowadays, where it's going, the National Football League is turning into basically organized crime. This is well put by Oren Lyons Jr. Meanwhile, soccer is still the #1 sport in the world. Soccer is very basic on a very elementary level when it comes to leisure compared to football. Soccer is basics. You just need a ball, possibly a jersey, and 2 objects to make a goal. The directions are basically straightforward and using any part of your body except your arms and your hands to go towards the opposing goal and get to the ball in the goal without using your hands. Football, not so much. You need a lot of equipment, you need a lot of jerseys, you need helmets, a lot of different equipment. And for someone who's foreign to football, it would take a lot of time to just get the mere basics ingrained inside their head before they even get to the technical things. Expenses. Soccer, like I said, you have jerseys, you have a ball, maybe some shin guard and some cleats that you might want to get. And those are the very basics that you would need to get going on the soccer field. As far as football, you have to get a helmet, you have to get shoulder pads, you have to get thigh pads, you have to get shoes. And then next minute you know, you also have to get certain equipment like gloves to just be able to get off the ground at a very elementary, basic Pee Wee league. Not everybody has the money to get all those expenses. That's why soccer is a better sport than football. Physique. In soccer, your physique is not as important as it is in football. In football, you have to be kind of big, and you have to have all the muscles, or you have to be really, really slender and really, really fast. But still, even when being slender and fast, you still have to have a certain amount of muscle to be able to hang on the football field. Soccer is more so about fitness level and being able to just run, to have the lungs and the capacity. And anybody, any size, weight, and even gender can play this sport. And so at that point in time, physique is not as important in soccer. Thus, more people can play. Now looking at the competitive level, just as good, soccer is just as good, if not better, than football in many aspects. Looking at the injuries, football has more than 3 times as many injuries as it does with soccer. Now, looking at Olympics and World Cup, soccer is more of an international sport. American football, the NFL, does not have that internationally. So when it comes to Olympics and World Cup, you actually have men and women going all around the world, playing multiple nations to compete, to see who is better at this game. And even just recently, the American women who have been in this game for not too long actually have just won the USA World Cup. So congrats. So much competition is going on right now that if you were to look at NFL, you only have, if you look at the NFL, you only have, give or take, about 25 teams. And when you have 25 teams, you either have first place or second place. So with that, you don't have many winners. You don't have many people getting championships. On the other hand, with soccer, you have many, many, many teams. You have almost hundreds of teams, and this is internationally. And so with that, you can even break down the brackets all the way down to a continental league, not just first place and second place. When you have continental leagues, those are the leagues that even if you go a whole season losing, you can still manage to find a way to get a trophy. Now, looking at the support that soccer gets as opposed to NFL, the soccer support is better overall. Its popularity is more than the NFL. The statistics with FIFA say that 265 billion players are in the world, registered soccer players in the world. Now when you look at the National Football League, you have anywhere between 59,000 football players, and those that are actually registered at that particular time. The World Cup, regardless of what's going on, and the diversity and the tolerance levels with everybody and their different nations and their backgrounds, when the World Cup comes on for soccer, truth is everybody finds a way to combine and have a uniformity to be able to back their nation. Soccer is a great sport that is even shown in history that brings conformity and uniformity within nations to be able to go out and play and go experience different cultures as they go against different nations to rally support of a nation. Football, on the other hand, probably the most you'll get is support within a state. Yes, there you might have some other supporters coming from other states, but for the most part, it's not a national team type deal. You will still always have many adversaries against your opposing team. Last, global reach. Soccer has a bigger and better global reach because it's an international sport, and it's the #1 sport in the world internationally. Football is still the main sport here in America, and still, actually, is just barely trying to make its way up to get all the way around the world. In conclusion, just a few of the basic observations that I've said here are reasons why soccer is a better sport than football. Please, give yourself a chance to not only understand, but also be able to experience the physique experience as well, to get yourself in shape, as well as football. Thank you for your time.